Hello and welcome to Projects in Java. Our first project in this series is going to be to create a media player application using JavaFX. The IDE that we're going to be using today is Eclipse. So first what we're going to do is go ahead and demo the app, and then we'll set up the IDE for JavaFX. Here's Eclipse, and here is our finished media player application. Let's run that and take a look. So we have a video playing here. There's a slider at the bottom to keep track of the time, and you can use this to jump around in the video. You have a volume control slider that adjusts the volume. You can mute it by going all the way down. You have a pause and a play button and a file chooser at the top. So let's go ahead and install JavaFX in Eclipse, and then we'll start creating the project. To install software in Eclipse, you click the Help option at the top, then Install New Software. Here we have a work with when we need to enter in a site there. We can get that from the Eclipse website. If we search Eclipse and then JavaFX, we'll get taken to this page. And it has two links in here that we need to install. The first is Xtext. This is a prerequisite for JavaFX. So we'll take this first link and enter it into the work with field. And it'll show pending for a little while, and then it'll download all the software that's available on that site. Once this loads, we need to choose Xtext. We can choose the latest version, get that installed, and then we can install JavaFX using the first link. And here you have the Xtext. And then JavaFX. So you install the version that you need for your Eclipse. My Eclipse is Kepler, and I already have that installed. So after you install JavaFX, Eclipse is going to restart, and then you can create a JavaFX application. So to do that, you go to File, New, Project. And there's going to be a folder for JavaFX and an option for a JavaFX project. I'm going to go ahead and name this player. You can name this whatever you like. And so the way I have this project set up is I have three different classes. I have the main class that starts the application, a player to play the video or audio, and then a control bar, and that's the bar at the bottom to control the media. So we'll start first with the main application. If you created a JavaFX project correctly, you should see the main Java file. We'll just edit this. So we're going to delete this pre-entered text here, and we're going to leave it with main and start. So the main function just launches the application, and then the start function is where we can set our stage, we can show the video, and add the media control. Even though we haven't created the player class yet, we'll go ahead and add it here and create it later. So we're going to set up the player class to take a string argument, and we'll have our video file as the argument. Next, we need to add this player to the scene. So we'll create a new scene with that player. We'll have a height and width, which this is going to be based on the video that I'm playing. And the background is going to be set to black. Then we need to add this scene to our stage. We do that by setting the scene. And last thing we need to do in this file is show the stage. And that's just primary stage.show. We'll do an import of this color class. And so this is very important. When you're importing, make sure to choose the JavaFX classes. If you import something else, you might have difficulty either initiating the class. You might have a class that is not compatible with a JavaFX application. So make sure you choose JavaFX on the imports. We have one error on this page, and that's because we haven't created the player class yet. So let's go ahead and create that. And we'll go to New Class, and we're going to name that player. So this player class is actually going to extend border pane. And the reason we're doing that is because a border pane has regions. The ones we're going to use, the regions we're going to use are top, center, and bottom. So that'll give us easy access to input our menu bar, our media, and our media control bar. We'll create the default constructor. And we need to make sure we have that string argument. We'll do our import of the border pane. To create the media, we need three different things. First is the media itself, then a media player, and a media view. And each goes into the other. So first we start with the media. Then that media goes into the player, and the player goes into the view. We'll do those imports, making sure to choose JavaFX each time. And here we'll create a new media with the file that we input. We'll create the player with that media. And finally the view with that player. So now that our player is set up, we're going to want to add that player to the center. And before we add that to the center, we need to add that to a pane. We'll call that mpane. Import that as well. We'll initialize it. And then add the view to the pane. To do that, we need to call the function getChildren. After that, we can add the view. So we have this media pane, and we need to add it to the border pane, which is our player class. So we can call that function directly. And so that adds the mpane to the center of this player. And the last thing, we'll make the video play. So we'll run this, and you can see our video is playing already. In our next videos, we'll show how to create the media control bar and the file chooser menu.